We have invited Gerardo Carlo Altieri, former Chief Judge of the U.S. Bankruptcy Court in Puerto Rico, to share his thoughts about the current crisis facing the island. Let me begin by asking, where are we regarding the economic, political, and social quagmire facing Puerto Rico today?
Well, the issues of the economy of Puerto Rico and the crisis that has been brewing and has come to a point recently were very clearly declared by the governor last Sunday, the 1st of May. That was a critical day because GDB, Government Development Bank, bonds were due. A huge block of those bonds of over $400 million were due on the 1st of May. And the governor utilized a moratorium law that was passed, a local law, and by executive order declared that he was not going to pay most of those bonds. So there's been a formal declaration of default and moratorium under the local law by the governor of Puerto Rico on television, live on Sunday, in a very short statement without giving much details. The big surprise was what occurred Monday morning. The GDB sent out a draft of an agreement that with the ad hoc committee of bondholders of GDB, in which they have agreed in principle to a swap of bonds. This is a positive sign. It means that the ad hoc committee is aware that the government means business and that they are considering a moratorium or considering a forbearance agreement. Now, all of that is subject, of course, to 100% agreement by all the creditors, which is probably impossible to get, or the passage of a bill, which is an interesting point. They have agreed on this moratorium, but subject to a passage by Congress of a bill that allows the restructuring of the debt and forcing the minority bondholders into accepting what the majority wants. So the two big ifs dealing with the proposed swap and restructuring, that it may be impossible to achieve in a very short period of time. In the meantime, Congress is still studying H.R. 4900, the so-called Duffy bill, which creates an oversight committee. So that, I think, is where we are today. The Supreme Court hasn't decided the Creole law yet. That's still pending. Congress hasn't decided finally on H.R. 4900. And locally, we're expecting not only this default that was just declared Sunday and Monday of this week, but also in July, there's about $2 billion in debt that should be paid, and the government has already said that there's no money to pay that $2 billion. So that will be the next step. The matter has become very serious, and I think the message that's being sent out by the governor of Puerto Rico is that the government means business and will not pay either the short GDB loan, or it won't pay the $2 billion that are due in general obligations, mostly in July.